Has Mewtwo completely been power crept in this generation? Let's find out. Gents, with the Regulation H coming out, making all the weaker Pokemon more viable, I thought I would make the least viable restricted viable. So let's get into it. First, we have a Choice Scarf Mewtwo, max special attack. I made sure it was outsped the fastest Pokemon with Choice Scarf, which was Chi-Yu, at least to my knowledge. I do believe I invested 140 EVs and I dumped the rest in its bulk. Next, we have the worst possible choice, Noivern. Ew, like the worst. I thought I could like set up the Tailwind and like get off a couple of hyper voices. I just thought that normal Terra hyper voice would have come in handy, but it really didn't. It was too frail and it was too slow to set up the Tailwind. I think there is if you really know how to use Terra normal types, you can use it on like a ghost type and try to outplay them like that. But no, not me. I guess I'm too new to the game to do that. But I did try, and it didn't go too well for me. You're better off using Tornadoes. Even heck, you can use Murkrow. Murkrow is even better than who's that guy? Noivern. I even forgot its name. Next, we have the thickest boy on the team, Iron Hands. I made sure it was bulky, as good as it can be, maxing out its special defense, spreading the remaining EVs in its attack and defense, and slapping on an assault vest, making it so bulky. We have the Water Ogerpon. I think this is standard, like basically just your normal moveset. I think I maxed out its special defense, and I gave it some pretty good bulk. It invested very little in its attack, and its moves are very standard. Next we have Chi-Yu, max speed, max special attack, and it also helps Mewtwo get those KOs with his Ruin's ability. Next, Covert Cloak Grimmsnarl, which is different, and I was thinking of running Parting Shot on it, but it might have been a little bit better if I ran Parting Shot, but it was okay. It did decent. The idea was set up the screens and Mewtwo unleashes devastating damage to the opponent. That Choice Scarf made it hard to switch between moves, and since Psychic is unaffected by Dark, it made it so much harder to work with. But yeah, enough talking. Let's get into the matches right now. First match, we're up against the Zacian team. It was pretty scary because Mewtwo is resisted by both Steel and Fairy, the Dark Pulse and Psychic, but it does have Earth Power, which, it's just not stab. Like, when a move is not stabbed, it's significantly weaker. So I lead my Mewtwo and Grimmsnarl, and my opponent leads off with his Grimmsnarl and his Rillaboom. And at first look, like it seems like a mirror match. We have a special attack and an offensive attacker, but I thought we were gonna do exactly the same things. I thought maybe he was going to damage me, and then he was gonna set up his light screen. I was gonna damage him, and I was gonna set up my reflect. But he doesn't do that. He actually goes for like a different play here. Thank goodness. Thunder Wave has a 10% chance to miss. So I go for Psychic into that Rillaboom, and I go for the obvious Reflect so that I can, get less damage from this Rillaboom. And that Covert Cloak is actually coming in really handy. Like, you have no idea how many times people think that they can fake out or make my Grimmsnarl flinch, and they don't. In like a distant match, my Covert Cloak actually attacked me. I think Garantina attacked me with my own Covert Cloak. But yeah, I skillfully dodged the Thunder Wave, and now I'm gonna Spirit Break into that Grimmsnarl. I switch in my fake Hariyama or my future Hariyama, and I'm looking like I'm in a good position here. But then I realized Rillaboom actually runs high horsepower or stamping tantrum. I'm not really 100% sure which one it is, but it's a ground type move, so I was pretty scared. I was terrified. Even without that assault vest, my Hariyama is still quite thick. It's still quite, licious. It's still nice and chubby. It's thick with 2 C's. And I Spirit Break again into that that shiny Grimmsnarl. Oh, sorry about that, guys. That was my phone ringing. So there's no reason not to go for the fake out here. So I decide, let me fake out that Rillaboom, and I'm gonna Spirit Break again into the Grimm, but I thought maybe he was gonna go for Parting Shot this turn, but he went for like a Reflect, which was okay, I guess. It wasn't the worst thing, but it was a bit irritating because he could have said that thing a long time ago. I was gonna be on the field for a little bit longer. So his Rillaboom flinches, doesn't do nothing this turn. I wanted my my Iron Hand to do a bit more work before it left the field, but he is going to Parting Shot it and going to send out his restricted Zacian, and that Zacian is crazy. It is insane. Like, I've used it on rental teams. It's crazy. Like, when you play casually, of course, it's crazy because sometimes you don't really know what you're going up against. But yeah, it switches out there, and here comes the Zacian, and that Intrepid Sword is so crazy. And now it knocks off my Covert Cloak, but it doesn't matter. And I'm like, that's for you, Zacian. That you can take that -1 in special attack, and I'm gonna take some of your health with my Iron Hands. Granted, both those moves didn't actually do any damage at all. None of them did any damage. So I sent out my Chi-Yu. I was actually hoping that it would survive at least 2 hits, but it doesn't. I actually figured that it'll actually faint after like 2, so it's basically just fodder here, just basically fodder. And it does its ability, Beads of Ruin, and I Thunder Wave into that Grimmsnarl. I Thunder Wave into that Zacian, and it play roughs into my Chi-Yu. And I was surprised it doesn't have Grassy Glide, but it doesn't matter. Chi-Yu goes down. Thank you for the hard work you did, Chi-Yu. Even though you did nothing, you did what you had to do. You set us up. My Reflect wears off, but luckily my Grimmsnarl can set it up again, and there I am. I send out my Hariyama, my fake Iron Hands, my future Hariyama. Fake Iron Hands. It's not fake, it's the real Iron Hands, and Hariyama's the fake Iron Hands, and he's the fake Hariyama. That's such a weird thing to think about, actually. So right here, I feel like I'm in a pretty good spot. Like I can definitely fake out here, and I can also set up my screens. Just the Reflect will be okay, actually. Just setting up a Reflect. And he sent out his Chi-Yu. And in hindsight, I should have actually set up my light screen, but it wasn't really that big a deal, It wasn't really the end of the world. But I did end up doing this. I did end up damaging it a little bit. So I just had to decide which one I wanted to go for more. Did I want to go for less damage on my Hariyama or less damage on my Grimmsnarl? And I chose less damage on my Hariyama, and he goes for Overheat right here. Really terrible. My Grimmsnarl's back is bleeding, but And I thought he was gonna go for my Iron Hands, but it doesn't. It's weird. He's just choosing the wrong mon to KO right now. So I was like, there's no reason to set up the light screen anymore because all his Pokemon are physical attackers. So I just might as well just stay here and just try to chip away at his mons, you know. And that's what I'm trying to do right now. And I Spirit Break. I'm not gonna light screen. I Spirit Break into that Grimmsnarl right there, and it parting shots into my Hariyama, which is unfortunate, but it's alright. I'm just here. My Grimmsnarl is just here to chip away, literally just chip away at my opponent's mons. And this game was okay. Like it was kind of exciting. He sends out his Rillaboom. He play roughs and he misses. That was crazy. That was insane. And I get some pretty good chip right here. Pretty good chip life. And wild charge, more chip. Any chip is appreciated right there. And what I appreciate a little bit more is that my Mewtwo now definitely outspeeds that Zacian. And that Zacian is definitely gonna get a nice little smack on the bottom. Oh, I hate fake out sometimes, but it doesn't matter because I just Thunder Wave right there. And yeah, now he's got 2 paralyzed mons and there's nothing he really can do. And he gets rid of my Grimmsnarl, but my Grimmsnarl has been set up. My Mewtwo has been set up already. So I think it's just that little bit of HP that Zacian is receiving from grassy terrain that helps it survive this. But I knew I should have doubled into that Zacian. Close combat. Did I close combat? Can't remember. I can't remember if I close combated, but I attacked. I either wild charge or close combated. And yeah, I close combat. Come on. I really need to do something about my PPs though. Like it's actually worrisome. And I was thinking of a Dark Pulse here, but I was like, might as well just Earth Power and just do what you call this for fun, terrestrialize for fun. Like there was really, I wasn't really like doing anything to terrestrialize here, but come later, it actually helped me a little bit. You know, it actually helped me against that Grimmsnarl. But that's for future us to watch later. It's like literally in 10 seconds, and I Earth Power and it survives. It literally survives on like maybe a couple of HP, but I hit it with a close combat here, and down goes the Zacian. Not gonna lie, I don't know what it's called exactly. RPG, RMG, like the misses and the crits and all that stuff, you know, put together. I received, I think a few misses. I received a few misses and a couple of misplays from my opponent this round, but that one miss with the Thunder Wave is what led me to win this match actually, because he would have actually, I don't know, it would have been more threatening. But then here I realized that Thunder Wave, Parting Shot, and both Reflect and Light Screen, he doesn't have an attacking move, that Grimmsnarl. So it goes down here, and I close combat into that Rillaboom, and my defenses go down. But even though this this Earth Power is resisted, it doesn't matter. I am about to go. Oh yeah, and that paralysis was pretty funny to watch as well. I enjoy life, and I think he runs here. I don't think he wants to see. Yeah, battle was cancelled. Okay, so that was round. If you feel sorry for Mewtwo, leave a like and subscribe. Now back to the video. Round 1. Alright, match 2. We're up against Miraidon team. I lead my Noivern and my Grimmsnarl, and yeah, no. Just no, guys. Like, if you ever think about running Noivern with Regulation G, just don't do it. Literally tornadoes. There's other Pokemon that outclass it by far. I just want it to be special in this episode. But first, is Loki a good ability? But aside from that, like, if it's not an open team, if it's an open team sheet, then it's useless. So his boost energy pops off, and I also see that he has a choice scarf on his Chi-Yu, which is how I trained my Mewtwo to outspeed Chi-Yu at max speed. So it's as fast as it can be. Really, I wanted the Tailwind up. Thought about terrestrializing, but I think it would have been a waste. So just went for like a normal attacking move because I knew I wasn't going to survive. Oh, well, I didn't know that I wasn't going to survive. I actually thought I was going to survive because I was going to set up the light screen, but it's just so frail. It's just so frail. I thought about setting up the Tailwind, but I also wanted to terrestrialize here, but I couldn't because I knew that it would have been a waste. And yeah, I set up the light screen, and he hits me with a Moonblast, and I was like, oh, survive with 1 HP. It didn't. It did not. It really didn't. Noivern sucks so hard, but I think Regulation H is gonna do good. Regulation H is gonna do good. I sent up my my Mewtwo right here. My Mewtwo is going to apply some pressure right now, and I'm just going to Thunder Wave that Flutter Mane right there. Hopefully it doesn't miss. It doesn't miss, I can guarantee you that. And I Earth Power right into that Chi-Yu over there on the left side. My left, probably your right, or our left. And yeah, Thunder Wave is successful, and I was very surprised that Earth Power didn't KO, but it's just when the move is not stab, it's just significantly weaker, so it's whatever. And yeah, he KOs my Grimmsnarl, which is okay. I feel like you know, not that I won the match, but I felt like I was in a good spot. I outspeed both his mons right now with Fake Out, and just using Earth Power into that Flutter Mane, but he switches out and he sends out his Dragonite, and I didn't know if his Dragonite right here was multi-scale, because that was a lot of damage from that Fake Out. And I was just thinking maybe it's inner focus, so he didn't invest any EVs into his defenses. Maybe he just went all out on his attacks, but it was just a bit weird, I guess. It wasn't like it wasn't the best. I don't know, like I have a Dragonite and it's pretty bulky, and it extreme speeds right into me. Also, he didn't Terra Normal, which was crazy. I definitely would have Terra Normal there. Wild Charge, it does so much damage. I thought that Dragonite would have been able to take that a bit more. It's like a 2-hit KO from there. And the only move I can press right now is literally Earth Power. That's it. There's no ways around it. I can only Earth Power, and I survive on 7 HP. But he should have terrestrialized to normal right there. I didn't get it. But yeah, anyways, yeah. I KO that Flutter Mane, and I Wild Charge right here, and I KO the Dragonite, which is still a weird Dragonite. It was a strange Dragonite, I'm not gonna lie. Did he invest most of his EVs into his speed or what? I'm not sure. Because extreme speed should have done a little bit more damage than that. Yeah, here comes the Miraidon. Pretty scary. Chi-Yu comes in, and this is where the match gets a bit exciting. Ooh! And I hit a Earth Power into that I hit an Earth Power into that Chi-Yu spot. Just a standard Earth Power. And a Drain Punch right into that Miraidon. And I was wondering if this would 2-hit KO. And then I remembered that Miraidon actually saves my Iron Hands with Electric Terrain. And that Electric Terrain actually boosted my actually boosted my my attack. So on top of the crit, there was extra damage from the Electric Terrain, and I was so excited about that. And like I knew this. Like, it has Terra Fairy, so I should have Terastallized into my Grass type so that I get neutral hit with from like Dazzling Gleam or Terra Fairy, Terra Blast. And I didn't do that. But since my Salt Vest is on and I am max special defense, I tank it quite well. And here is my other dilemma. I didn't know that Drain Punch would KO at this range, you know, because of the resistance, but it does. I think it's the Electric Terrain that helps me here. And there it goes. I was so excited. I was so scared. I was excited. And he wins. Iron Hand wins. All right, guys. That was match 2. Match 3 was up against the Koraidon team. And I just wanted to showcase Tornadoes being better for this team and Grimmsnarl holding the Light Clay rather than the Covert Cloak. But yeah, I'll just let this run in the background. The biggest problem was Noivern. To be honest, it was Noivern. Like 9 times out of 10, I would overlook it. It wasn't really that good. It was actually pretty bad. That's what not good means, though. But yeah, Chi-Yu, and I thought it was going to pair well with Chi-Yu and Grimmsnarl, because, you know, it's a speedy mon, and I thought maybe with the not the Boom Burst, the Hyper Voice, it would have like KO'd some Pokemon a little bit more, but it doesn't. And I thought it would survive a little bit more with Grimmsnarl's Reflect and Light Screen, but it doesn't. This team was really fun to play with, but to be honest, Mewtwo has been power crept. It took a lot of time to record this, actually. Unlike my 2 previous videos that are playing right now, this maybe took me about half a day to record, because I was just finding it hard to win matches. Half of it was because of Noivern, but the other half is because it's been power crept quite badly, and people stole me quite hard, actually. So if you want a really good challenge, try this team out. Like, even with Noivern there, try it out, and maybe you can use it a lot better than I can. But if you have access to like Calyrex or Lugia, who are significantly better than Mewtwo, Lugia being a better bulky psychic Pokemon, and Calyrex being a better offensive and faster Pokemon, go for it. Like, there is really no reason for you not to use Calyrex and Lugia. But yeah, there I just one-hit KO, and yeah, and I'm pretty sure I remember that this guy disconnects, and that's how much of a difference it makes. Tornadoes actually makes a huge difference. This was literally my first match with Tornadoes. Literally my first match, and I get this disconnect. This team was also pretty unconventional, I'm not gonna lie, but he was trying to play like Wolf, but he didn't play like Wolf. Anyways, guys, really appreciate you guys watching the video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like, subscribe, and away, gents. My name is Beefy Toros, and I'll catch you in the next one.